Greetings to you all. We are live at Emirates Channel 92.4. Emirates Nursery Primary School pupils are going to present to you an educative and interesting talk show. I am Rahim Amlunji, the today's talk show moderator. The topic is all about the impact of environmental degradation on our living standards. Firstly, what is an environment? An environment are things surrounding man. Having known what environment means, allow me to tell you what environmental degradation means. Environmental degradation is the lowering of quality of the environment. All in all, today we are going to see how to improve the environment for our better living. Let me welcome Honorable Rahma to tell us how people have degraded the environment. The mic is yours.
Thank you, Madam Moderator, for the chance granted. Let me take you through the ways how people degrade the environment. Firstly, bush burning. Bush burning is where you find people are burning the bush. And remember, the bush contains the tall trees, short grass, short trees. So when you burn all that bush, you leave the land bare, exposing it to soil erosion agents, hence leading soil erosion. Secondly, we have mining. Mining is the extraction of minerals from where they occur. When you mine, there are big holes left there. So, those big holes left there, they lead soil leaching. Soil leaching is the movement of soil nutrients from upper layers of the soil to the deeper layers of the soil where plant roots cannot reach. So that will lead to less production of food. Lastly, we have overstocking. Overstocking is the keeping of a large number of animals on a small piece of land. So when you have a small piece of land and you have a large number of animals, those animals will feed on that small piece of land and they will leave the land bare, exposing it to soil erosion agents, hence less production. As I seal up, I call upon everyone to join hands with me so that we can fight these ways of degrading the environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Rahma, for clearly explaining your views. Honorable Howlett, can you please supplement on what Honorable Rahma has said?
Thank you, Madam Moderator. Allow me to supplement on what my fellow panelists have just talked about. She was talking about ways how people degrade the environment. People can degrade the environment in several ways. Firstly, we have poor disposal of rubbish. Poor disposal of rubbish is the scattering of rubbish in the environment. Poor disposal of rubbish can lead to water and soil pollution. It leads to water pollution by leading to silting. Air silting is the deposition of eroded materials into a water body. Silting can also lead to death of some aquatic animals by destroying their habitats. It also leads to land pollution by leading to soil erosion, hence poor erosion of the soil. Lastly, we have charcoal burning. Charcoal burning is the burning of wood fuels for charcoal, timber, etc. It leads to deforestation. Deforestation is the massive cutting down of trees. The soil bare, hence leading it to soil erosion. So, as I conclude, I encourage everyone to stop carrying out the following activities: poor disposal of rubbish, bush burning, overstocking, charcoal burning, etc. for a better future. Thank you, Madam Moderator.
Thank you, Honorable Howlett. Hope people watching us, you have learned how the environment is degraded. At this moment, let us welcome Honorable Pauline to enlighten us on how environmental degradation has negatively impacted on our living standards. The mic is yours, Madam.
I'm so privileged to be on this most interesting talk show, Madam Moderator. At this juncture, allow me to talk about how environmental degradation has negatively impacted our living standards. So, environmental degradation has significantly impacted our living standards in several ways. Some of these ways are that fumes from industries are released into air, hence leading to pollution that leads to destroyment of the ozone layer. And when the ozone layer is destroyed, it leads to global warming and drought, whereby drought dries farmers' crops, hence leading to inadequate food production in areas. When there is inadequate food production, there is food insecurity. When I talk of food insecurity, I mean the condition when the environment has less food compared to its population. Secondly, we also have industrial waste that are released into water bodies. When these industrial wastes are released into water bodies, it leads to silting. Silting is the deposition of eroded materials into water bodies. When these industrial wastes are released into water bodies, they lead to death of aquatic animals. As we all know, aquatic animals are animals that live in water. It means when all these aquatic animals die, it will lead to less food production since they are sources of food to people, and it will lead to starving in areas. We also have deforestation that has reduced in rain formation. As all of us know, that rainfall helps in the growing of crops. It means that if there is no rainfall received in areas, it will lead to less food production since crops are sources of food. So I call upon all of you to work hand in hand with me to mitigate this impact. It's essential to adopt sustainable practices, reject pollution, and conserve natural resources. You remain as the Public Relations Officer of Uganda Wildlife Authority. Thank you, Madam Moderator.
Wow, Honorable Pauline, you have really exhausted your views very well. Honorable Shamia, can you please enlighten us more on what Honorable Pauline has said?
Thank you, Madam Moderator. I am honored to be part of this great panel to echo my voice on my fellow Honorable Pauline about how environmental degradation has negatively impacted on our living standards. To begin with, pollution. Pollution is the releasing of harmful substances to the environment. In the examples, we have water and air pollution. People lead to water pollution by dumping rubbish in water, hence leading to its degradation. If the water is degraded, it will lead to the destruction of aquatic life. People lead to air pollution by driving old vehicles, smoking, bush burning, and maybe smokes from industries, hence leading to climatic change. For example, if it was to rain in January, it will end up raining in February because of the above mentioned. It also reduces the lifespan of people, causing health issues. Back in 1990s, people lived a very long time compared to now because of air pollution. My next point is resource overexploitation. I can give you at least two examples, like overfishing and overmining. Overmining leaves big holes in the ground leading to its degradation. If the land is degraded, it will lead to soil infertility, hence leading to low food production. Lastly, we have urbanization. Expanding cities and infrastructure destroys natural habitats leading to flooding. Expanding cities and infrastructure leads to deforestation, hence leading to drought and famine. For example, cutting down trees leads to deforestation, hence leading to famine. So, I encourage other people to prevent the above practices in order to live in a good environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Shamia. I have really fallen in love with the way how you have echoed out your points. Now, let us welcome Honorable Tessie to tell us some of the human activities that are done to degrade the environment.
Thank you, Madam Moderator, for this opportunity granted. I am going to talk about human activities that degrade the environment. These human activities include deforestation, burning of fossil fuels, pollution, overfishing and destruction, and etc. Firstly, I'm going to start with deforestation. Deforestation is the clearing of forests for urbanization and agricultural practices and other land uses. This also reduces the ability of trees to absorb carbon dioxide, and people cut down these trees and these forests not knowing that they are habitats of animals, and they cut down vegetation which also some animals feed on. Secondly, I'm going to talk about pollution. Pollution is the introducing of harmful substances into the environment. We have air pollution. land pollution, and water pollution. Pollution is sometimes caused by industrialization. This is the setting up of more industries in an area. As the government is setting up more industries, these industries, as they are making their raw materials, produce fumes which contaminates the air and inhaled by people, which leads to some diseases. Lastly, I'm going to talk about burning fossil fuels. These fuels are caused by sometimes when you find some industries are trying to make their raw materials, and we also have driving, and when people are driving their cars, some cars produce a lot of fumes. As earlier said, it pollutes the air, which is not good for our health. Thank you, Madam Moderator.
Thank you, Honorable Tessie, for clearly explaining your views. Let us welcome Honorable Cadet to explain more on what Honorable Tessie has said.
Thank you, Madam Moderator, for the chance granted. First of all, I'm going to talk about deforestation. Deforestation is the clearing of land for urbanization. When I talk of urbanization, I mean the creation of more towns or urban areas in a place. For urbanization to occur, there will be space like schools, hospitals, and markets. Secondly, I'm going to talk about habitat alteration. People cut down forests for many purposes, like building schools. They cut forests for buildings, markets, and other things. As I'm concluding, I call upon all of you to work in hand with me to protect the environment, because environment is of a great value to us. The environment is good. Let us protect it together. Two is better than one. I remain the Executive Director of NEMA. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Cadet. Let us welcome Honorable Kate to tell us how best we can make the use of the environment to meet our needs. The mic is yours, sir.
Thank you, Madam Moderator, for this great opportunity. I'm so glad to be on this panel of today. So, mainly, I'm going to talk about how best we can make good use of the environment to meet our needs. To start with, we can use components of the environment to meet our needs. The environment has many components. These include wind, plants, animals, sunshine, and many others. So, we can use wind turbines, solar power, and hydroelectric power to provide alternative sources of energy by using components of the environment like wind, sunshine, and waterfalls that are renewable and do not pollute the air. To sum all this up, it can be called environmental friendly. Secondly, trees or plants give off oxygen, absorb carbon dioxide, and provide herbal medicine which improves human health. Lastly, biodegradable materials like animal dung and urine can be used by farmers in gardens as manure to increase crop yields, promoting food security. In return for all this, people still degrade the environment. Sustainability and solutions to degradation are many, though few practice the above. So, to promote sustainability of the environment, we can carry out reforestation, recycling, and organic farming. Reforestation is the replacement of plants where they have been felled down for commercial purposes like wood, timber, and charcoal making. This prevents global warming and drought. Global warming is the increase in temperature worldwide, while drought is the long period without rainfall. These trees that are cut down would help in rain formation, which cools the environment. Biodegradable waste can be used for organic farming. Organic farming is the growing of crops by using farmyard manure and rearing of animals by feeding them on crop leaves. In conclusion, let's recycle, reuse, return, and reduce for a better environment. The environment helps me and you. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Keith. I have liked the way how you have echoed out your views. Honorable Marriott, can you please supplement on what Honorable Keith has said?
Thank you, Madam Moderator, for this opportunity granted. I'm going to supplement on what my fellow Honorable Keith has said on the topic which states that how best can we use the environment to meet our needs. Firstly, I'm going to talk about the influence of planting trees. When trees are planted, they help to purify the air we breathe in. Trees help to purify the air we breathe in by releasing oxygen and absorbing carbon dioxide. Trees help in rain formation. Trees act as windbreaks. Allow me to also talk about swamp conservation. A swamp is a waterlogged area with vegetation. When swamps are conserved, they help to provide water to people, which can be used for domestic use and can also be used for watering plants, which controls famine. As I'm concluding, I urge you to carry out afforestation, agroforestry, and also avoid swamp drainage so as to conserve the environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Marriott. As we all know, in Uganda, we have bodies that have put an effort in fighting environmental degradation. Honorable Ernest, can you please tell us some of the bodies that have put a hand in fighting environmental degradation?
Thank you, Madam, for this chance granted to me. I'm going to talk about the bodies that conserve the environment in Uganda. Before I talk about them, let me talk about environmental conservation. Environmental conservation is the protection, preservation, management or restoration of natural environments and ecological communities that inhabit them. So now let me talk about the bodies that conserve the environment. One of the bodies that conserve the environment are NEMA, which is National Environment Management Authority, and NFA, which is National Forestry Authority. These bodies also play some roles in conserving the environment. Some of the roles that are played by these are undertaking and coordinating research, investigation and surveys on finding such research, and also mobilizing and monitoring financial and human resources to manage the environment, and also through natural assisted regeneration. I conclude by saying that you should conserve the environment to live a sustainable life. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Ernest. I have really fallen in love with the way how you've explained your points. At this juncture, let me welcome my assistant moderator to introduce us the messages sent to us. You're welcome.
Let me take you through the messages on our social media handles. Linda Sophia is appreciating the educative show.
At this moment, we have calls from Emirates Nursery Primary School. Let us receive them. Me, Chakiriti, a learner at Emirates Primary School. I would like to thank all the members on the panel for their presentations. My question goes direct to Honorable Rahma. How does deforestation cause soil erosion?
Thank you for the question asked. Well, deforestation is the massive cutting down of trees. So when those trees are cut, they leave the land bare, exposing the land to soil erosion agents, hence leading soil erosion. Thank you.